Okay, minasan, today we are gonna talk about Kamen Rider Gotchard episode 30, and I love this episode because it is so spicy. I really felt like the showrunner really knows what they are actually doing in this episode for showing us the rivalry, the love rivalry between Rine and Sena. But not only the two of them, there is actually one more secret girl that actually loves Houtarou more than anyone in the world, and that is best girl Kajiki. I really did not expect this episode, like Kajiki actually like volunteer himself and keep on insisting that, hey, I want to be the Juliet of the story. So like it is so weird for us to actually get to see this side from Kajiki, provided that he actually is in a relationship, like he is actively, like getting to know Hijiri on his daily life, something like that. So it really made me like mind boggle me when I actually saw Kajiki wanted to do that. But at the same time, it is really fun. I feel like most of the thing that Kajiki did is just being played off as fun and stupid, and I think that is just part of his character. So let us not get too serious and just start to shout like, hey, is this the first confirmed like boys love in Kamen Rider franchise? I don't think so, okay? Because they explicitly tell us in this episode that he is still in contact in Hijiri and he really love Hijiri, okay? So, and speaking of Hijiri, I felt like when I look at Hijiri and Sena, not gonna lie, their hairstyle is very similar to one of the female rider that we know and love, and that is Neon Kurama. Like her hairstyle, for some weird reason, is so classic and so beautiful that Hijiri and Sena are actually rocking the same hairstyle as Neon Kurama. And not gonna lie, even me as an Asian watching the show, when I saw the photo for the first time of their face, I was like, damn, is that Neon Kurama? Is Neon back in Kamen Rider Gotchard, something like that? But no, okay, for some weird reason, the showrunner, the makeup artist, the wardrobe, the image team of the Toei Tokusatsu Kamen Rider team really love Neon's Kurama hairstyle, and they actually gave it to both Hijiri and also Sena itself. So for those who do not know, Sena also, this is her second appearance in a Kamen Rider franchise. The first appearance is actually in Kamen Rider 5's Paradise Regain, okay? So if you haven't watched the movie, this would be a fantastic time to go and watch it. Even though you are not a 5's fans, you never watched the OG 5's before, I felt like this movie is still gonna be really amazing for those who just love a little bit of Kamen Rider drama and a little bit of action along with it. You should definitely go check it out, okay? And we get to see Sena in Paradise Regain as well. So between her look in Paradise Regain and her look in Kamen Rider Gotchard, I actually prefer her look in Fice itself, okay? So this is my personal preference. I feel like in Fice, the way she tie up her hair, the way she goes about her action and her movement felt more cute and more kawaii and more youth-like compared to how she is actually in Kamen Rider Gotchard itself. I felt like the way she is acting in Gotchard felt a little bit anime-ish, which actually makes me feel like, it's a little bit weird that she actually moved like that. I know it's like cute and stuff, like she purposely straightened out her hands, and tuck on her kind of like her sleeve, something like that. It's like, it's cool, good, cute and all, but it felt a little bit cringe, okay? So, but with that being said, let us move on. Let us talk about some other girls, okay? Because I feel like this episode is all about the girls. There's like so many girls to talk about. Next, we need to talk about Atropos, okay? Because in this episode, she actually revealed to us that apparently she is the daughter of Glion. Dang. All of us is like speculating like, hey, is Glion and Atropos, having a little bit of kind of like a taboo relationship going on, something like that? Is it gonna like be a pedophile thing going on? But no, okay, it is just a father and daughter relationship, and I'm not sure how special Atropos actually is, because Lakeshi seems to keep saying that, hey, Atropos is different. Atropos is different. Maybe she is really different. Maybe she is not one of the man-made human that we actually saw. Okay, maybe truly there is Atropos actually have a mother. Maybe, okay, maybe not. We are not sure. But right now, so far, my theory on the Abyssal sister is still like they are homunculus. They are not naturally given birth, something like that. So out of this, we're still waiting to see, okay, how Atropos' story is gonna go now that she has explicitly told us that Glion is the father, something like that. Okay, I think, and it makes sense for her to call Glion the father, her father, because even though he might not be the biological father, but and yet he's still the one that gave birth to them, like kind of like created them, something like that. So if you really think about it, Glion still technically counts as the father of Atropos, Lakeshi, and also Clotho. Okay, so really fun stuff. But I felt like the biggest thing that really surprised me is Lakeshi. Okay, I felt like seeing Lakeshi just standing inside the HQ, the Alchemy Academy HQ, and seeing her together with Kyoka, it just really like, what? Like, since when? Like, when does this even happen? Like, I really hope we actually got a scene where they actually show us Lakeshi and Kyoka is like, you know, like trying to beg her, like, please take me in, something like that. I really want to see that. I also really want to see the face of Spana when that actually happened. Like, what is the reaction of Spana? What Spana is thinking? How, like, is there a little bit of banter going on between Lakeshi and Valvara? We would love to see that, okay? But all of those things just being cut off, and we went straight into them just accepting Lakeshi for who she is, okay? But I feel like in this episode, maybe it's the lighting department and the problem with the lighting and all the stuff. But when we saw Lakeshi in the Alchemy Academy HQ, her hair looks very black. When I saw her at that scene, I was like, damn, she looks so beautiful. I felt like she redone her hair. I think her curl is more curly in this episode compared to the rest of the like the previous episode. So definitely something going on with her hair, and I'm not sure, am I crazy for thinking that or not? But after that, we actually saw them moving away from the HQ and going towards the parking lot, and her hair color actually came back. The slight brownish, like the brunette color hair actually shine through with the proper lighting, something like that. So I think it's just a matter of color and lighting in different sets, which actually give us an illusion of her hair color being different. But I think that she looks amazing, okay? She still looks amazing in this episode. So that is really subarashi that we actually get to see from Lakeshi. But I think one of the biggest L from the Abyssal sister has to come from Clotho, man. Like, she challenged the Alchemy Academy herself using the Gotchadriver, henshin into Type 3. He rushed in, like, slashed them out, but she couldn't take the burden of using the power of Type 3 because it is too overwhelming. Glion can handle it, but not Clotho. And I actually speculate these are like very early on when we actually first saw Kamen Rider Dread being introduced to us and the side effect of the Gotchadriver. I actually keep on kind of like saying that maybe Clotho is gonna die by the hands of the Gotchadriver itself. But after seeing what actually happened here, I felt like the way she goes about dying might be a little bit different from what we would expect. Okay, at first I would expect Clotho to be the one that is like, you know, like just really want to challenge the good guy, and no matter what, she's gonna waste her life away challenging the good guy, and that is how she's gonna, like, you know, she overused the Gotchadriver and caused herself to die. And I thought that is how the story of the Clotho is gonna go. But after seeing how Lakeshi step into the scene to save Clotho, and we see Clotho like kneeling down there and screaming, I felt like maybe the way Clotho is gonna die, if the showrunner wants her to die, is that she is still gonna die from the side effect of the Gotchadriver, but the reason is that she is actually trying to save Lakeshi from maybe Arthropos or maybe from Glion when Glion actually come back. So I think that is gonna be a really good send off for Clotho if we do actually get to see that happening. Okay, so it is a really exciting time for us to actually see how the story of different character is going, like what direction they are going one after another is like really exciting. Okay, so I really hope to see Clotho just I felt like I for some weird reason I am just rooting on the idea that hey, Clotho needs to die. I love her as an actress. She looks beautiful and amazing, but I felt like her story, you know, like they are really setting up her to die, or maybe someone else is gonna die in her place. Maybe Lakesi is gonna die in her place and then she's gonna become the good guy. Maybe that also works. Okay, whatever, someone needs to die from the Abyssal Sister gang to make that story even more impactful. Okay, so really Subarashi stuff. So right now we have talked about the girls and the girls and the girls. Okay, so what else can we actually talk about in this episode? I feel like the biggest thing that we definitely need to talk about is Renee, because I feel like this episode show us a little bit more on Renee's personality and her power, because in the beginning in the TV series itself, when we saw how Renee access her power for the first time, it is because she is firm on her identity. She knows who she is. She's someone that is gonna save people no matter what, something like that. She makes up her own mind. She makes up her own rules. She is the boss of her own life, something like that. But we actually get to see that from her, and that is how she's able to access the power of magic once again. But in this episode, we actually get to see her like having a little bit of doubt after what happened with the appearance of Sena. Like she's like jealous and she's like not sure what is going on. And I felt like in this episode, they clearly show us that so far right now, what Renee is actually feeling inside of her, even her herself isn't sure what this feeling actually is. It might be love, it might not be love, we are still not sure yet. But in the next episode, we are gonna get our answer. Whether or not Renee truly loves Houtarou as a male, or does Renee actually see Houtarou as someone that she doesn't want to lose. Okay, it's kind of like a brother or something like that. And the reason why I said this is because if you really think about it, like so far Renee like found confidence in Houtarou, and she felt secure in Houtarou, but there is no indication so far that hey, Renee really love Houtarou, something like that. Maybe like, you know, Houtarou is always there for her, and that's why when she saw Sena like keep on hogging Houtarou all to herself, she felt jealous, but it might not be love. Okay, we are still not sure yet. So that is why we just have to wait and see in the next episode how the story is gonna go. Is it really gonna be a love thing going on with them? Maybe yes, maybe not, we are not sure. But if they do happen to be like they confess to one another and I love you, you love me, and they end up being a couple, I felt like it is gonna be so interesting to see how the story is gonna go. Because in Kamen Rider, they in episode 18, if not mistaken, Kamen Rider Gotchard, where we actually get to see Daybreak, we saw that Houtarou actually that Houtarou is really close to Renee. So maybe they are leaning to that direction as well, where we actually get to see Renee and Houtarou getting close to one another again. And yeah, I just not sure how the story is gonna go. Is Sena gonna stay here as a long lasting recurring cast, or maybe this is just kind of like a two-parter episode, something like that. Okay, so really fantastic stuff. But then again, yeah, we are not sure how things are gonna go. We just have to wait and see. I really love how they are not showing us like right from the get-go, like, hey, is what Renee is really feeling right now. Like, is she like being jealous because of the BGR thing, or maybe some other reason? Okay, but I feel like a lot of people is just gonna jump the gun and say that it is definitely the BGR thing, especially with the story of Romeo and Juliet. But then again, you know, the showrunner, they can definitely try to spin things around. Okay, but if they do actually end up together, I think they are gonna be officially the first official couple that actually got together with. Like the first couple where both of them are riders and both of them are the main lead of the show itself, and both of them is like wow, that is good, so crazy, man. Like the closest one I can think of right now from my head from the get-go is gonna be Kamen Rider 01. Maybe if you consider 01 Aruto and 02 Izu to be together, then you would actually call them like, you know, like the first rider couple, something like that. But this is officially, if they in the next episode they really end up together, that this is gotta be a real big thing for the franchise itself. Okay, so hopefully we get to see more of this in the future. We are not sure how things are gonna go, but really fantastic stuff. And in this episode we also got a special appearance from the Don brothers itself. Okay, we got the Takahashi brothers, and this is really interesting because when I saw them, I thought to myself, it's like, damn, these two guys looks really familiar. So I actually went ahead and do a little bit of research, and turns out they are indeed from Don Brothers itself. And I think, if not mistaken, in Don Brothers they are called the Kiji's brothers. They are not called the Takahashi's brothers, something like that. So, but it is still really interesting though, for us to actually get to see Don Brothers making an appearance in Kamen Rider Gotchard itself. So are we gonna see a crossover going on, Don Brothers X Gotchard? Maybe not in the future. Hopefully we don't get that. Usually I prefer like Kamen Rider show to stick with Kamen Rider show, and Super Sentai show to stick with Super Sentai show. But then again, anything could happen, okay? Especially with how crazy the story of Gotchard is right now. So far we have not seen Legend anyway yet at the moment, but he's being teased in the poster, the official Q3 poster. So definitely we're gonna see him really soon. How is he gonna make an appearance? We are still not sure yet. So yeah, we just have to wait and see. But right now we have a love problem to settle. So in the next episode, we are gonna see Rename so-called being attacked, being rider kicked by Houtarou. How true is that? We are not sure, but we just have to wait and see, okay? So with that being said, that is all from me. Hope you enjoy, and if you made it this far into the video, means you absolutely love the content, and I would love you to comment the word Shakespeare in the comment section below, because Romeo and Juliet is written by Shakespeare. Okay, so that is all. Hope you enjoy, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.